national anthem.
Lời sông núi tấm lòng cùng đi hy sinh tiếc gì non xa vì tương lai quốc dân cùng sống phá vỡ lên làm sao cho nước sông từ nay luôn vững bền cho hay phơi trên gương dao phủ nước lấy máu nào đem máu đòi dấu người công dân luôn vững bền tâm trí hùng tráng quyết chiến đấu làm cho thắng rơi vàng thiên người làm khói mùa công dân ơi có biết đất dưới công dân ơi có làm cho mỗi vợ con đường làm vang bé loan đời sống xứng danh vì Nam Hoàng Long là con.
And now a moment of silence for those who lost their lives for the journey to freedom. I'd like to take this moment to introduce our special guest for today's event. We're going to begin with the Mayor of Ottawa, Mr. Jim Watson. Next is the Honorable Yasir Naqvi, MPP. Then we have Mr. Paul Dewar, MP. Next is Councillor Catherine McKenney, the Councillor, City of Ottawa, Ward 14, Somerset. Following, we have Councillor Michael Kakish, Councillor, City of Ottawa, Ward 22, Gloucester South Nepean. Next up is Councillor Rick Shirelli, Councillor, City of Ottawa, Ward 8, College. Councillor Marion Wilkinson, Councillor, City of Ottawa, Ward 4, Canada North. Councillor George DeRuse, Councillor, City of Ottawa, Ward 20, Osgood. Campbell Gordon, a friend of the community. Ade Alumide, a friend of the community and also part of the Carleton Nomination Conservative Party of Canada. Walter Pamick, a friend of the community and part of the Carleton Nomination Conservative Party of Canada. Nam Trang, Secretary General, Vietnamese Canadian Federation. And finally, Le Kim Oanh, representative of Vietnamese community in Montreal. We like to start out this event with greetings from the President of the Free Vietnamese Canadian Community of Ottawa, and on behalf of the Organization Committee, Mrs. Hak Nguyen Nguyen.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank you, everyone, for being here today. Councillors, members of parliament and provincial parliament, and member of our community. Thank you to everyone who participate in all part of the activities of this Black April Day. This thank you Canada, thank you Ottawa March, and our gathering today here is to thank our city, the people of Ottawa, and especially our late former mayor, Marion Dewar, who led the Project 4000, in which Ottawa residents sponsored 4,000 Indo-Chinese and mostly are our Vietnamese-born people. We thank Canada and Ottawa, where our family had a chance to rebuild our lives in a world where fundamental rights and freedom are respected. After 40 years of the fall of South Vietnam, our Vietnamese people are everywhere in the world. We started to rebuild our lives with the help of countries like Canada, people like Canadians. We have become stronger and rapidly integrate ourselves into Canadian society, contributing to the prosperity of the country. Vietnamese Canadians are now in various fields, from business to science and technology and even politics. As you see, we met some young politicians with Vietnamese origin this morning at Parliament here. So today, we would like to say thank you to City of Ottawa, to the people of Ottawa, especially to our savior, late former Mayor Marion Dewar, for opening their hearts and their arms to welcome us and help us to resettle our lives in this country and this city. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Nguyen. We'll continue the event with a speech from the Mayor of Ottawa, Mr. Jim Watson.
Thank you very, very much. It's an honor to have you here with us at Marion Dewar Plaza. How appropriate, because as we've heard, and I urge you to read the plaque about Marion and what she did for the community, and in particular, Project 4000, which at the time, I suspect, and Paul can speak to this quite adequately, I suspect at the time there was a fair amount of resistance. Why is the city getting involved in international affairs? Why is the city getting involved with immigration? Why should we accept 4,000 Vietnamese boat people? And yet Marion stood up for her principles and stood up for the community. And as a result of that, 4,000 wonderful citizens from Vietnam arrived in Ottawa to make their home, for their children and their parents a better place, to contribute to Canadian society, to our economy, to the world of academia. And I see that gentleman holding the sign saying, "Thank you, Canada, 40 years." We want to thank you for making Ottawa a truly wonderful place. So thank you, sir, very, very much. And it was a few years ago, and I know Marion Wilkinson sat at one of the first meetings with Marion Dewar to talk about Project 4000. And a few years ago, City Council proclaimed this beautiful open space, the largest space at City Hall, Marion Dewar Plaza, for all of her accomplishments as a leader of our city, as a public health nurse, as a community advocate, as chair of the Police Services Board. But I think most people will agree that one of the greatest lasting legacies of Marion was her social justice and her compassion and her view that we are all brothers and sisters, and we all have an obligation to help those in need in their time of need. And that's exactly what happened 40 years ago. We've all seen the dramatic and shocking and at times sad pictures of people coming out of Vietnam, trying to escape, and many losing their lives before they reached a new promised land. And yet there were 4,000 individuals, and that community has obviously grown thanks to the compassion and kindness of Marion Dewar. I want to thank all of you very much for being here. It was my honor to offer the proclamation. I'm not sure if it was read out at Parliament Hill. I want to thank Paul for being here, my colleagues Rick Shirelli, Marion Wilkinson, and Catherine McKinney, whose ward includes the beautiful monument to the Vietnamese community at Plant Bath, and I know that many of you will be there on Saturday for another special ceremony, and Minister Yasser Naqvi and leaders from the Vietnamese Canadian community. Alors, au nom de tous mes collègues de la Conseil municipal de la Ville d'Ottawa, merci pour votre contribution à notre société, notre pays et notre ville ici à Ottawa. Thank you for all of your contributions to our society, to our community, to your new country. And I'm an honor to be here, and I thank you for coming out in such large numbers as we pay tribute to you and to those many families who gathered and sponsored individuals 40 years ago as a result of the direct leadership of Marion Dewar. So welcome to Marion Dewar Plaza, welcome to City Hall. You're always welcome here, and thank you so much for your contributions to making Ottawa a truly blessed city in a wonderful country of Canada that we live in. And you're welcome here anytime, all the time. It's an honor to have this opportunity to bring greetings on behalf of my colleagues on City Council. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor Jim Watson, for those kind words about the late Mayor Marion Dewar and also the Vietnamese people. So I was told that earlier the Honorable Yasser Naqvi, MPP of Ontario, was not present, so we'd just like to reintroduce him right here. And we also like for him to step up with his speech.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon to everyone. It is a great honor for me to be here today to celebrate, and I will call it a celebration of such an incredible journey that many of you have lived 40 years ago. I'm 42 years old, so it is something that happened before my adult life, but I'm also an immigrant to Canada. So to a small degree, I can relate to your experiences that took place 40 years ago when you came to your new homeland. But here's my personal connection, even more personal connection that I've been experiencing over the last few weeks about our Vietnamese Canadian community when they came to Ottawa. There are a lot of your sons and daughters who are my age. We have grown up together in the city. I've gone to school with them. And I can see in them the incredible job that you have done in raising them as model citizens of Ottawa, of Ontario, and proud Canadians. And the sacrifices that you made by taking that treacherous journey to come to a free country like Canada so that they can have the lives that you wanted to build in your own homeland. And I think that is a true testament. And what's the amazing part about it with Facebook and everything, that they're sharing their photos. A friend of mine posted a photo, he's my age, he's 42, 43, of his photo, his mom holding him as a baby when they arrived to Ottawa. And that was very emotional for us, and that sparked a conversation among all of us about the experiences. So as the mayor so aptly said, thank you to all of you for your contributions in building such an incredible city that we call home over the last 40 years. We of course thank our former Mayor Marion Dewar for her vision and leadership. And the community writ large, and I see a lot of faces that I know who were involved in that journey 40 years ago, along with Marion Dewar, to make this happen. Thanks to them for their leadership, for their courage, for standing up against a lot of naysayers at that time. And yes, it was political, as many things are, in making sure that we really give a real meaning and expression to what humanity is all about. It doesn't matter where you come from, what faith you are, we look after each other. It's a great honor to be here today. Looking forward to celebrating another 40 years of great successes that Vietnamese Canadian community continues to contribute in building in a great country that we call Canada and home. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much. We'd like to continue the event with the presentation of a song, Thank You, Merci Canada, by Hong Vu and Lum.
Thank you very much.
Grateful for such compassion. Oh, precious land, my new country, I vow to defend you till I die. For their praises, mon nouveau pays, je te défendrai toute ma vie. In a journey to freedom, across the world, I have found Canada, a land of opportunity, diversity, peaceful home, my new country. You have given me a refuge, freedom of thought, so just democracy, rise in equality, with doors open to me from sea to sea. But in Canada, land of iron, snowy mountain, I found blossom and a rainbow of color. Walk on band of golden maple leaf, swam in blue lake, simmering under the sun. Thank you, Canada, merci, Canada. I'm in love with your majesty, nature and beauty. Oh, precious land, my new country, I vow to defend you till I die. Oh, precious land, mon nouveau pays, je te défendrai toute ma vie. In a journey to freedom, across the world, I have found Canada, a land of opportunity, diversity, a peaceful home, my new country. You have given me a refuge, freedom of thought, so just still. A land of democracy, rise in equality, with doors open to me
from sea to sea. Thank you, Canada.
Thank you for that beautiful and moving song. Now we'd like to move on with a speech from a refugee of Project 4000 itself, Mr. Huang Song An.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Vietnamese people. I came to Canada 35 years ago, in 1980. A journey looking for the freedom. People on my boat were killed about 30% by the pirate Thailand. From the year 1975 until 1985, only 10 years. More than 200,000 Vietnamese people were killed in the Pacific Ocean by the storm, by the pirate Thailand, and by the communist police Vietnam. The time goes so fast, and the life too short. I just retired over a year ago, and I would like to say thank you, Canada. And I make the song Thank You Canada, the first song of my life. I would like to sing for you the Vietnamese language. Chào mừng Canada, chào mừng Canada, xứ yên lành lớn vô cùng, nhìn quê người mà nhớ quê hương. Chào mừng Canada, chào mừng Canada, nắng êm đềm tuyết tràn hoa, nhìn quê người mà nhớ quê hương. Biển Đông xanh bao la, thuyền ra khơi phong ba, cứ đi liều cuối chân trời gặp phải đoàn Canada. Người Canada vui tươi, tình Canada như hoa, đón dân mình rất chân tình, nghe trong lòng bao nỗi xót xa. Tình cảm thông sâu xa của người Canada, đón dân mình rất chân tình, nghe trong lòng bao nỗi xót xa. Đến hôm nay xa quê hương bao xuân qua, vẫn luôn luôn mang trong tim hoài cố hương. Dòng tiền Việt Nam tôi xin có đôi lời biết ơn. Dòng tiền Việt Nam tôi xin có đôi lời biết ơn. Xin có đôi lời biết ơn. Thank you, Canada.
Thank you for that lovely song. And for those who don't know Vietnamese, it was meant to thank Canada for its welcome arms. And although Canada has been our new home, our heart still aches for our homeland, Vietnam. Now we will continue to hear